Hey, this is Jeff Rose, Good Financial Sense. I've been getting a very common question. As you know, American Airlines just recently filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, and I've had several clients that want to get in and buy some American Airlines stock, hoping that it will recover and get back to its heyday that it was just a year or so ago. But here's the thing, what happens when you buy a stock that files for bankruptcy? Does it really have the chance of surviving the Chapter 11 bankruptcy and coming out of it? Most likely the answer is no. Now keep in mind, whenever a company files for bankruptcy and they're going through this reorganization, it's the debt holders that are first in line to claim any of the debts whenever assets are to be sold. So the common shareholders are actually last. So the likelihood of them getting out of it is slim to none. Now, does that mean that it can't happen? Sure, it could, but it's not something that I feel is most likely going to happen. So if you do buy some American Airlines stock, most likely will happen is that the stock that you own, so the paper certificate that you own, will become worthless. And then if American Airlines does survive the bankruptcy where they sell off their debts and just get rid of all the junk that they had on the books, then what will most likely happen is they'll actually reissue new stock. And then if you want to buy and invest back in American Airlines, you would have to. And the stock that you used to own is worthless. A couple examples that's happened to was Kmart, which happened about 8 or so years ago, I believe. Most recently was General Motors, GM. Both those two companies went through the bankruptcy process. All the stock that they had were deemed worthless, and then if you wanted to buy new stock, you had to pony up and buy the new stock if you wanted to have ownership in that company. The question is, should you buy American Airlines stock now? Granted, it is a small investment. I had a client that wanted to buy 1,000 shares, and at the time it cost him about $385 to buy it. So if you have a lot of money, investing a little bit's not going to break you, but if you think that you're going to be making a big deal and walking away like you've struck the lotto, most likely that's not going to happen. So if you have any more questions, you know where to find me, goodfinancialsense.com. We'll see you again.